Meanwhile, President Biden continues to pressure Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to negotiate a ceasefire with Hamas before the Trump administration takes over the White House next week. The two leaders held a phone call on Sunday for an update on how those deals are progressing in Qatar. CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio gives us an update from Tel Aviv.
And CBS News has learned from an official close to those talks that they are now waiting for Hamas's approval of a final draft that had been submitted to both Hamas and Israel. That source said if it is approved, then that would be considered a breakthrough. Then negotiators in Doha could then go into closing talks. That source also said the parties aren't there yet, but that there is a potential for what they're calling real progress. As for that call between Biden and Netanyahu, a White House readout said that Biden talked about how the balance of power in this region has changed quickly and arguably very much in favor of Israel. Biden touched on Hezbollah in Lebanon, agreeing to that ceasefire with Israel, the implosion of Bashar al-Assad's regime in Syria, and the apparent weaker state of Iran because of those combined. Biden also again called for that ceasefire hostage deal with Hamas. It is believed 7 of the roughly 100 hostages are Americans, and of course he would very much like to see them come home on his watch before that ends exactly 7 days from now. While it's an open question on the sticking points that remain for a deal, though, it is understood that several hurdles have made it hard to get to where we are now. Hamas has, for example, demanded a total withdrawal from Gaza, which has been a red line for Israel. Hamas also wanted the IDF to pull back from Gaza's southern border with Egypt and the Philadelphia corridor, and it wanted Israel to agree to a permanent ceasefire and not just a truce after that ceasefire deal is done. One other sticking point may be inside Netanyahu's government itself, which includes, remember, far-right ministers. There is a threat that they, or at least some of them, might pull support for Netanyahu because a deal involves releasing hundreds, if not thousands, of Palestinian detainees. Back to you.
Thank you, Ramy. All right, let's turn our monitors now to the White House, where just moments from now, Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre will address reporters alongside National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. Let's go now to CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang. She joins us now with more on all this. Now, Weijia, this comes just 24 hours after the president held a phone call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to discuss a ceasefire with Hamas. Can you walk us through what we've learned from that call and if we expect to see that discussed further during this briefing we're going to see today?
Well, as we know, just this morning, Jake Sullivan did an interview in which he said that phone call was a meeting of the minds, and now he says it's just up to whether Hamas will come along with the U.S. and Israel. And he also expressed a lot of optimism for a deal being reached, he says, possibly before Biden even leaves office. Of course, that phone call is just the latest in so many steps, Liz, that President Biden and the administration have tried to take to try to broker this hostage and ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. And we've been here before. We've been on the brink many times when it appeared like something was going to happen, that it was going to be finalized, but in the 11th hour, it fell apart. But certainly Jake Sullivan is a commanding voice who has been part of the process since day one, and he is saying that it looks good, Liz, that it could happen in the coming days.